This is Boarding Party Ragnarok, featuring Joel as Elmar Gregory, Jordan as Griff, Devin as Captain Perseus Blackwater, and Dean as Pollen Watkins. Meeting once again on the steps of the Rosewood Cathedral, our heroes regroup to deliberate their next move. Everybody's kind of hanging out with three notable exceptions. Perseus has gone to drink with Hoba and Bones. And Ruse, I think, as well, tagged along. I think it's the four of them, just heading off somewhere to drown their confusion in a strong drink.
I was already healing, so I'm assuming that I'm just asleep somewhere.
Okay. So
Passed out.
and I believe you and I are the only ones that interacted with the creature, or did you see him as well? No.
I
Okay.
don't remember
Refusal
seeing
was
him.
there as well, but I think he was kind of just
yeah.
standing
Yeah,
by.
right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you were like, "Don't kill him," and then things got weird.
And then I
you
just started
killed him.
blasting.
Yeah. And anyway.
Eldritch blasting. Eldritch blasting.
So I think we should regroup with Griff, tell him of this creature that we found, and come up with a game plan.
All right. Is he sober now, or is he
No, he's just healing from
healing? Yeah.
the wounds of last night's battle. So do you feel comfortable telling him about what happened? I'd like to regain with the troops here to see how they're faring in case we need to move.
Sure. So anyway, while you were napping, we came across a being that seemed to be undead, and I asked our cohorts to see if we can get some information off of him. And before we really could, we kind of attacked him and killed him. And yeah, he became dragon food, so we didn't get a lot of information out of him at all.
So you guys just killed someone?
I did not. I didn't think... I hadn't seen him do anything that warranted being killed. So.
Where was this?
What?
Where did this happen?
In the church.
So you went in a church
Yes,
and then killed someone?
I did not kill someone in the church. Your companions, who are now my companions, killed somebody in the church.
Okay, so you just watched them kill someone.
Yes.
Who was this?
Who was the person that was killed?
Yes.
His name's Jeff. That we did get.
Oh, great.
Sort of.
So
Sort of.
Why not?
a man named Jeff is now dead
Yes.
because the three of you killed him.
No. I did not kill him.
Right. Important note, you just watched.
I just watched. I did not attack him.
Perfect.
That'll hold up.
That's a great way to
just
start the day. Is there a reason for killing this Jeff?
There was no reason in my mind that he should have been terminated at that point. But our companions felt that...
I feel like you're not doing a great job explaining what happened, because Elmar wouldn't just kill someone. Percy maybe.
Percy did. Percy was the one that killed him, cut off his head, and fed his head to a dragon.
I must have said something that was very irritating. Okay, where did they go?
Where did who go?
Elmar and Percy.
They went off to go have some drinks.
Oh, Elmar is drinking?
I believe so. That's...
Was this Jeff a friend of his?
I don't know.
All right. Okay, thank you.
My notes suck.
I'll get up and go to where I understand the bar to be.
Okay. Yes, you walk into the bar to see, not too far along into their drinks, Josiah and or Ruse, depending on which name you prefer, kind of pouring some tall glasses, another round for himself, Hoba, Bones, and Perseus.
Captain, you Refusal explained that you murdered someone.
Oh yeah, a dead guy, yeah.
What?
Oh, one moment. And I'll just pound back, tip it upside down, put it on the table. Long story short, we walk into the church. Some bald-headed undead freak with multiple arms comes spouting nonsense about drowning and then being reborn, coming back from the dead. Literally verbatim what happened to me. So when I saw these multiple arms come out,
Yes, that seems fair. Why wasn't any of that explained?
I just found it contrite and didn't want to be bothered.
Right.
Yes.
Unimportant details.
Kind of like sending earthquake attacks at me. I don't know if I necessarily like talking to you right now.
Fair point. Well, that's unsettling.
also when I chopped off his head and it kind of separated from his body, he was still talking.
Oh.
After I fed him down to toe. Second
Great.
part, these creatures. Oh, another one. Bones.
Right.
Thank you.
Just kind of slides a glass down the bar to you.
Catch it, chug it, tip it upside down. And then I decided that these creatures are probably cursed in some way, so I clasped the hands and said a couple words, and the body fell inert, and no more talking.
Oh.
Because it was still moving after it was dead.
Well, this is, I'm assuming, what is happening to Lord Rosewood.
Probably something similar.
And you can stop this. So that's a neat trick.
I could stop too.
What?
I can only do it like twice a day.
Oh, well, tomorrow then.
After extensive testing.
We'll find another of these and then tomorrow.
Just corral them all into a room. You two, today.
Come in.
We have
We're
been
ready for you.
chosen.
You have been chosen. The claw.
Okay, where is Elmar? Great. Well, I'm sure he'll find us, as he normally does. I'll sit down next to Hoba and
Okay.
give Bones a
Yes.
nod.
Yes, Bones will slide you another small shot glass.
Sweet.
As he and Ruse are just like, dude, who are we friends with?
I will drink my sorrows away.
What time of day is it?
It's morning.
It's
That's what I thought.
7:30 in the
That's what I
morning.
thought.
It's very early in the morning.
That's what I thought.
What day is it? It's Wednesday.
Can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
Everybody's doing it, so screw
Yeah.
it. I just woke up.
Where is Elmar right now?
He went to go check on the irregulars.
Yes. Let's get to that.
Okay.
Elmar,
Yeah.
you make your way towards the old barracks.
Okay.
It's still in some pretty solid disrepair,
Okay.
but you do hear the still ever stern voice of Captain Locke barking orders to some of the irregulars. You can hear swords clanging and clashing in the distance.
I kind of want to just assess to see how they're looking in terms of, since the last time I was here, does it seem like they're improving in skill, maybe morale, like overall big picture, how they looking?
Okay. Let's get an insight or perception check from you, if you happen to be better at one or another.
16 insight.
Okay. Yeah, morale-wise, they seem to be doing a lot better. It seems like the more the city gets fortified, the happier they seem to be, but the city itself still looks pretty downtrodden. But as a few of the younger kids that they're training up see you approach, they kind of straighten their stances, and they're like, that's Elmar, that's the guy.
Feeling an unnecessary amount of pride in that. More so than he probably perceives it as more than they're putting off.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
that's fair to say.
And he will approach the captain and say, "Hey, how are the troops faring?"
Ah, Elmar,
Aye.
good to see you again.
It's good to see Summerbury as well.
Yes, it's a work in progress, but we're proud of it.
Good. About that, we may need to leave.
Why?
Have you guys had any run-ins recently with, any more of those dog creatures? Say a haunted tree or two, maybe a zombie, an undead.
The dog creatures, yes. I can't say I've seen any undead here. Why would you ask?
Well, on the way in, we came across a camp, and some of my compatriots took them out, but there were a sizable number, probably a couple dozen of them. I'm not sure if you were aware of that, but we also
had
noticed
seen some smoke.
Okay. We saw a couple of undead people, one being in the church.
An undead in the church?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know much about all that fancy dark magic, but I'd always been told that it wouldn't work in a place like that.
And have you had any dealings with Lord Rosewood?
No, not you. You watched him die. No, he hasn't.
Okay, so
Not with me.
He is. We ran into Lavernia, who is alive and well. And
Good to hear.
She has been tracking her now undead father, who has been, from what we've heard, contracting deals with nearby cities and towns in the name of Summerbury. And given that, and the fact that there was one in the church, I do fear that there may be things at play that we're not fully aware of. We have been to Fola. They would accept us as refugees if we wanted to relocate. However, I'm also keen on protecting my home and stopping Lord Rosewood, or whoever they are now. And I was curious how the troops were doing, and if they would like to either assist the town in relocating or maybe go on a mission to thwart those who wish us harm.
Give me a persuasion check, just in general. You're throwing a lot at.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you're throwing a lot at what was the captain of a small guard unit.
23.
23. He kind of just staggers over to a stool and just sits down real hard. It's like, undead. Lord Rosewood walking around.
I know it's overwhelming.
Listen, the maybe keep that on the down low. Some of the newer kids that have been wandering in from the outskirts, they don't do so well with scary stories.
Sure, absolutely. I just think as one running the barracks, you should be aware of what threats the men face.
Yes, it is good to know that apparently even those we kill could come back for revenge.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. I was kind of hoping maybe you had encountered one or another. The man in the church he has bald, couple stringy hairs, and
like a rug rat.
Stop. That's doing so good.
And for one reason or another, he had multiple pairs of arms. I don't know if any of this sounds familiar in any way.
Other than the scarecrows that have been left in the fields, I can't say I've seen anything with any extra limbs.
Have there been more of late?
Not lately, no, thankfully. But not since the first attacks.
Okay. Well, like I said, I would like for you to consider potentially relocating the people to Fola and or dealing with this threat. I'm happy to assist with either. I just think something needs to be done sooner rather than later.
I would agree. If this false Lord Rosewood is truly making deals, he had a lot of powerful allies. If they haven't heard of his passing, it's likely he could do some damage. If you believe he's headed back here, then I think it would be best to get everyone out.
Okay.
We
I
can
trust in your
retake our home.
decision. So yeah, I'd rather train up the crew and bring back a mightier force and deal with it once and for all than, if we're not ready to try to fight it now and lose more.
Yeah, of the 34 some odd people we've gathered so far, there's perhaps 12 that would be combat ready in the next few weeks. We're not equipped to handle undead. If Fola would take us, we can leave in the next few days.
Absolutely. They're ready. We can send word. We have a sending stone. We can alert them of your arrival.
I have no idea what that is, but
Basically,
it's
I
comforting.
can talk to them from here.
Remarkable. Magic is so impressive.
Isn't it, though? It
really
truly is. I've seen some wondrous things.
Yes, as Captain Luck kind of trails off with Elmar on a conversation on how wonderful magic can be. We'll cut back to the bar as Bones and Josiah are kind of exchanging tales, and Bones is like, "Is there an elf? What is that? Is that like a religious thing? Or like, I don't know what that means." Josiah looks down. No, it's not a religious thing. It just means I'm better than you at everything. He goes, "Oh, is that so? Right then. About a friendly wager. Next time a fight breaks out, we'll just see who takes out more." Rose goes, "You're on. What's the bet?" Bones pulls out his trusty carved set of dice. And Bones says, "Carved these myself. The bones of my first kill." He places them on the bar, and Ruse kind of looks him over and goes, "Those are chicken bones. I watched you eat them in the hall. I was there."
With the knife.
Yeah. He goes, "Right, all the same. Well, I still made them, What have you got?" He pulls out a very finely crafted silver dagger. He goes, "How about something a little shinier?" And they go, "Right then, Perseus, would you care to officiate this wager of ours?"
Oh, yeah.
"If in the next fight I take out more little beasties, and this little dude over here, I get that fancy knife.
All right.
And if I defeat more foes than this creature, I get the dice."
Sounds like fun. I have a question. What if I double both yours?
In unison, they go, "We're listening."
I got 200 gold. That's a lot.
Well, yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I don't make that in 3 years.
Well, I know.
Oh, I know. I looked it up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. This'll be fun.
All right, so whoever kills the most gets 200 gold, a dagger, and a set of dice.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like I'm making out like a bandit when I kill more than you.
Good luck.
All right, and they go back to knocking back their shot.
And I join them again.
Yes.
Wow. That's a fun competition of killing, and not one that ends on, the town dying or...
I see. I see.
What's your wager? A blood pact with a demonic tree.
You can have it. You can take it, and then he loses on purpose. He's like, "Oh, man.
Oh, you're gonna give me so many riches. Get rid of this thing." Okay.
Is this yours?
Yeah, I threw it at you. Thank you. It's back. It rests on young Jim's head behind the screen.
Nice.
very nicely. All right. Yes, as the lot of you sort of drink your woes away, Elmar, did you have any other missions that you wanted to accomplish with the irregulars?
I kind of wanted to size up 2 that were maybe not the 2 that were the best, but maybe top 10, just to get a gauge on it and ask them to friendly spar.
Each other or you?
No, me.
Oh, okay.
2v1.
Yeah. Let's do... Let's see.
Or we can make it 3 and let everyone be somebody.
Jackson and Bramble.
All right, done. We need one more name.
Killian.
Jackson, Killian, and Bramble.
Which one are you?
Bramble.
Oh,
You're Bramble, okay.
of course.
And between the 2 of you, who wants to be
Don't
Jackson? Who wants to be Killian?
Dibs
I'm
on
a
Killian.
large, portly man.
Okay.
Got a big
Killian.
beard and a hammer.
I like it. Okay.
I'm a scrawny little scrapper with like a hunchback. And I just... I look like I just came out of like a dark like dungeon. Got like
Alright.
one
He's
wild and
over there with
crazy
his
eye.
keyboard and mouse.
So you just start stabbing.
All right. Jackson,
Jackson.
who are you?
Yeah.
A normal dick.
I'm shorter than the rest of them,
Okay.
and I'm not happy about it, so I'm ready to fight.
Napoleon Complex. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, men.
Elmar, you're up first.
I want to see how your training's been going and how you've been doing.
Smite.
They're all turned into skeletons. Just dust, just... Okay.
A friendly sparring match. We're not going for any kills, but I have this rather large shield arm, so hit me if you can. And I will swing my sword at 2 of them. We'll do, was it Jackson and Bramble?
Jackson, Bramble, Killian.
And Killian.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, we'll go for 2 at Jackson and Bramble.
Okay.
For a 9 to hit and an unnatural 20.
Whoa. Which one's going at which one?
I was gonna just do them in order.
Okay, so a 9 at Jackson and a dirty 20 at Bramble. Okay.
Do I miss Jackson?
Yeah, Jackson is...
I swing right over his head on accident.
Whoa. You cut like 2 hairs on.
Just and then coming.
Jackson, if you were a little bit taller, that would have clocked you right in the hip.
And we'll hit Bramble for 7 damage.
Okay.
7 slashing damage.
Bramble, you're still up. You're still okay. We're gonna...
I would hope.
I'm gonna...
That was fun.
Bunch of stormtroopers over here.
All right, Jackson. Elmar just cut off a couple hairs from off your head.
Mm-hmm.
How dare he? Get him. What weapon does Jackson use? You can name anything reasonable.
Just a little dagger.
A little dagger? Okay. Use that short speed.
A
In
sharpened
there.
panhandle.
Which to him is a great sword.
So do I describe what I'm going to do?
Yes. How
right.
would you go after Elmar?
I'm gonna juke to the left and then dive.
Slide to the right.
No, I'm gonna dive.
2 stabs this time.
I'm gonna dive to the right, and then I'm gonna go and try with the butt of the dagger, nail him in the shin, just in the ankle, and try to take him down that way.
Okay. The way you did this, I thought you were going for the throat, but you're
No.
like, it's too high. It's
I'm
unreach.
trying to get a punch in, but I'm not trying to cut him.
Okay.
That's basically my point.
Bring him down.
Just get under the armor.
Just like where if he was a real villain, I'd be trying to cut his Achilles. I'm just gonna see if I can hit him with the blunt side.
Okay.
Give it a shot.
Give me one of these. Add 6. We're gonna give Jackson some good decks.
13.
Whoa.
13.
Insufficient.
Oh, insufficient funds. Yeah, as you dive through, because it's a sparring match, we'll say you would have struck, but it would have been a glancing blow as you kind of like bounce off his shin guard, and Elmar's like, good, or whatever it is you want to say. I'll throw it to you.
Scrappy little fella.
Just kick him away.
I'll go down like the little chihuahua he is.
Down, boy. He's like, get away, Jackson. Down. All right, Bramble, large man with a hammer.
I'm gonna take my hammer and just swing it wildly around my head and then just come in for a strike.
Just cave in Elmar's skull, like, you're good scrap.
It's a 10 on the die.
Whoa! Okay, we're gonna give you. We'll say you've got a plus
8.
I'll say 4 to strength, so we'll give you a plus 6 to hit as well.
Oh.
I know you're not playing as 6th level adventurers anymore. You're playing as basic town guard.
And I will just tongue.
Yes, as the hammer comes down, he just. There's a resounding thud. All right, Killian, a scrapper with a hunchback. Time to practice your stabbing.
Practice my stabbing. And as he like lifted up the little shield arm, I'm just gonna like, right in the armpit.
All right, give me 2 quick attacks, each one with a plus 4.
9 on the die, so no, that definitely does not hit. And then a natural 20.
Nice.
All right, so we'll say two knives, so that'd be a D4, and then we'll say plus 2 damage, so we'll do 6 plus a D4. He's a scrapper. He hits fast.
So
hard.
total of 10.
10. Okay, Elmar, this is a good cut.
I'll take 7. I resist some of it.
Yes, you do, because you're you.
Yep.
You see, there's a shorter fella than you've seen around Summerbury before. He seems almost feral, but he knows his way around a dagger. As you're kind of fending off Bramble, you see him far away, and as your shield comes up, he's right beneath. He goes. As 2 quick daggers come in, you kind of brush off one with the backside of your metal arm, as the other one just goes right between the plate mail, and you kind of feel it sting and just barely bite into your chest. As you're like, that's a good hit.
That was a clever move. But let's see if he can take a hit as well. Oh no!
He's upset with you.
Oh boy. So I missed the first one,
You just
but the second one,
crit smite.
the second one does 13.
Yeah, as this
going to
sort
the
of
hospital.
feral man runs at you and gets a good hit, without even realizing, you're like, oh, real pain, and you just kind of bring the blade down. You do turn it sideways at the last moment, going, this is a sparring match, as you kind of thwack him across the side of the head. Killian, you're kind of seeing stars and almost double. You're like, whoa, another hit anywhere near that, and you're gonna be like, I'm tapping out. But right now, you're just angry. All right.
You know what I'm doing.
Woof.
And that's the best part. Oh, all right, Jackson.
All right.
You just watched Killian get in there for some good hits.
So I'm going for the same spot.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey,
When in doubt, go for the
Smaug scale right here.
yeah,
That's a 1 in a million shot.
in the same general area. But again, I don't want to hurt him because he's kind of a legend to me. I'm going to use the blunt side. I'm not even trying to cut him. I just want to prove that I can get in there.
You're just showing that you could. You could
Yes.
get in for a hit, and that's what matters to you.
3.
See? Yeah, as you're like, watch this. Killian's kind of going, and you're like, can you just, if I could just
If I could just get him a punch, please.
excuse me, and
I
then
don't
by the
want
time you're coming in,
rabies.
Elmar's just like, no.
Hiss at him like a feral cat.
All right, Bramble. Your first hit was thrown off like nothing.
I'm gonna swing low this time and go for his legs.
From when it was whipped around and knocked out all his teeth.
It's a 7.
He swung the hammer so hard it was too heavy, it broke the handle and hit him on his own face.
13.
And that's why they call him Bramble, because it was all the pointed wooden edges of his poorly hewn hammer.
And now I can't talk anymore.
Yes.
And that's how you develop a character.
Yes.
Boom.
Thanks
Done.
for attending our workshop.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Everyone asks me how I make NPCs on the fly. I can do it. It's great. I've outsourced my job. It's perfect. All right. Bramble, that one was close. It was close. As you're swinging the hammer down, you do see your 2 sort of smaller friends, and you're like, I don't want to hit you guys. That's not the whole point of this. You're like, if it was a normal scrap, like I would just bash your heads together and away you go. Killian.
When we get in there.
Get in there. Give me 2 attacks.
No, natural 3.
Ooh.
And then what you said, +6?
7.
Be 19.
Whoa!
That'll
All
do.
For 4 points of piercing damage.
Yeah. On the first attack, you kind of leap onto Elmar's shield and you try to disarm him and then realize that it's just attached, so his arm's just kind of wiggling. And then you just go, "Nyah!"
Right into the collarbone.
Just immediately just sink the dagger right between the plates once more.
Oh, yeah.
Elmar, you took 1 point of damage
All
because
right.
you're you.
Yep.
As the dagger sinks in, you're like, this feral boy once again, just like his tongue's kind of flailing around. He's missing a few teeth.
What swamp did we
Can
find?
I
Listen, we can't all be hot dads, okay?
It's true.
can I strength try to throw him off me? Just
Sure. All right.
is it contested?
Yeah. Oh,
Roll off?
absolutely. I would imagine. Kelly and I will give you the option to roll a dexterity check to stay on with your +6 because you're good at acrobatics.
That's a natural force of 10.
18.
18. Yeah, so you're like. Off you go.
I just throw him and go,
Jackson, for half a moment, you're like, he did the thing. He did the thing.
It's magic.
All right. So Elmar, that's one. We'll say that's one attack as you kind of fling the feral boy off you.
I'm curious how they react to it. I want to throw a javelin like straight up in the air where it'll come down like somewhere right around us.
Okay. Give me an attack roll, and then we'll see what happens.
24.
24. Interesting. We'll get back to that. The 3 of you watch as Elmar, local legend, town hero, throws a javelin straight up in the air. Kind of. And all the other guards who are kind of watching are like, why? All right. Well, let's see. We'll see if it helps. Jackson, are you distracted
Yes.
by the javelin?
Yes.
You just up it goes.
I can't help but be.
All right. Bramble, are you distracted?
I didn't even see it.
Okay. I do not see.
I missed my sweep and I was turning around when he threw it.
Okay. So yeah, as you turn back, Elmar's hand is kind of up in the air. It looks like he's calling down a lightning bolt or something. And you go,
Do I do something?
what do you do?
Okay,
If
cool.
you're not distracted
Yeah.
by the javelin.
I'm gonna like go in half-hearted with my hammer, and like as he goes to block it, try to headbutt him.
Oh! Okay, give me a deception check. And then we'll deal with the attacks after. But just to
So
see.
14 on the die.
Elmar, give me an insight check.
A 9.
A 9. Okay. Elmar goes to block the hammer. Give me a headbutt attack with advantage. It's a surprise hit.
Come on, baby.
10. Oh, I crit!
Just bridge of the nose.
How thick is Bramble's skull? What's
It's-
the damage die?
It's pretty thick.
You know what? Given what you've been through, and that your weapon of choice is a hammer, you've probably clocked yourself more than a few times.
Oh yeah.
Give me roll a d8, and we'll say that we'll add 4 for the crit.
Sick.
We'll give you the chance to do a really good hit against Elmar.
Oh, that's Elmar, so it's 5.
5, so cut down to
2.
2.
Yeah.
Elmar, you get a bit of a bloody nose as this sort of hulking behemoth of a man comes up. "Rah!" As you go, no, not falling for that one. He goes, yes, you are. Boosh! Slams you right in the forehead, and your nose kind of goes, just buckles a little bit. Doesn't break, just enough to be like, he sent you a message. As you kind of wipe the blood away. Killian, are you distracted at all by the javelin? This man just
It's
threw
not
you.
shiny enough.
Not shiny enough.
This man just threw you.
Yeah, I'm gonna lick the dagger, taste blood, and just. And then I'm gonna run up Bramble's back, leap off, and both daggers straight down on him.
Elmar, as you're kind of like, that hurt, you see, just in the sky. All right, here we go.
8 on the die.
I'm gonna say that you are flanking.
Yes.
So natural 17 for the first one.
Okay.
And then second. Natural 18, but let's see if I can get a 20. Nope.
Okay.
So both hit, I assume.
2 good hits, yeah.
4 and 3, so 7.
7? Okay, cut down to... Well, actually, you would cut both, huh? So you do 1. As the daggers come in, you're like... One catches in the kind of chain links that run underneath the plate. The other one just barely nicks you on the side of the shoulder. But there's another... Once again, this feral boy is just like on your shoulders like... Elmar, roll a d4. Who gets hit by the javelin on the way down?
2.
2? Elmar. Jackson, as you're like... Give me a damage roll.
No. Just pierces.
Only 4. Only 4.
They call me Elmar the
Skewered.
Poker. Just right through my mouth.
In awe of Elmar, just gets skewered.
We know Jackson's new nickname is Kebab. 4? Yeah, Jackson, as you're watching, it thankfully does not fully skewer you, but it does kind of glance off your shoulder, and you're like, ah.
I was the only one paying attention to it. You think
Yeah.
I'd walked out of
You're
the
just
way.
so annoyed, you're like, oh dang. Ah! It hurts a lot, but it's also kind of cool. You're like, I got stabbed by Elmar Gregory. Yeah, Elmar, it's your turn still. That's just the javelin from last turn. My goodness.
You guys are excellent teammates and you work well with each other, but never underestimate your opponent or your surroundings.
Divine Smite!
No, I want to charge him with my shield to knock him over,
Okay.
and then I want to throw my sword around them, not hit them, but just show that like what it can do.
Okay. Yes.
To be like, if I
Killian-
wanted to.
Yes, Killian is still mounting you, so you might want to do something about that.
Yeah, that's
Stop.
as part of my charge. Can I hit him and like I hit Bramble and chuck him down? I can do a
Yeah, we'll give Killian a chance to stay on.
okay.
Throw him on me.
His hunchback it does not provide a good spot for you to grab.
Palm him like a basketball.
It's surprisingly smooth.
21.
Natural 1.
Whoa! As you're like, get off, he goes, no. You go, never underestimate your opponent. Get off!
I will throw my sword and say I'm happy to have you guys fight for the glory of Summerbury and have it loop around. Yeah.
Yeah, as a glorious blue light shines forth from the blade. Do the three of you cease fire?
I'll definitely be like, what?
Or do you triple down? He's disarmed! Yeet!
That's how Killian sees it.
Alright.
I have a scar that I'm gonna name Elmar, and I'm done.
In 15 years, when he's retired, he's be like, that darn Elmar ruined my sword. Put me out of commission.
I was gonna go pro.
No, I'm pretty proud of it, actually.
Alright.
I'm gonna follow the sword with my hammer and then just come try to swing it at him as it goes around.
Okay. Yeah! Alright. So let's get an attack roll from anybody who still wants to fight.
That would be me.
Until Elmar throws in the official leave me alone.
15 for me.
Oh.
So then I started stabbing.
That'll be 19 and 10. 4.
4? Alright.
Like what, 1?
Yeah, down to 1. Yeah,
I'm chipping him away, boys.
I'm envisioning him as the idea somebody had of a halfling who's a werewolf, but they turn into just an angry Pomeranian.
Yes.
They're just, oh, he's so cute. Yeah, as many knife swings come in towards you, just one kind of glances through the armor.
Okay. I want to try to bonk him off with my shield as the finisher.
Okay. Yeah, as you're kind of watching this, you're like, okay, you just block Bramble's hammer and then try to throw him.
16.
15.
They don't call him a scrapper for nothing. He's glued. He's like, I put sandpaper on my hands for grip.
Jeez Louise.
You can't get rid of him. You can't.
I
He's
can
still
try
there.
again.
I'm a cockroach. Are you trying to throw me off?
Yeah.
Natural 19.
Jeez, man.
You're gonna have to kill me. I'm not going anywhere. All right, yeah, Elmar, you're once again unable to disarm yourself of this small man.
Well, then I will kneel down so that as the sword's coming back, it would hit him if he doesn't get off.
Nah.
Worth it. Then I die a warrior's death. Ah! Okay. Yeah, if you stay on, we'll do another round of attacks and an attack from the rosewood blade.
Do this.
Oh dear.
Killian's going down a man. 17 for the first. And natural 2.
Ooh.
We have a new leader.
He's been afflicted by the typhoid fever for a while. He's kind of delirious. He got heart though.
4. So 1.
1.
What'd you roll?
Yeah, you didn't hit him.
You didn't hit me.
I thought it was
18.
Oh, I thought it was 17.
That's
Oh,
18.
never mind.
Whoa.
Then no, I don't hit at all.
Oh yeah. No, 2 more. As you just see the shining blue blade out of the corner of your eye, you're like. Get the attack roll.
21.
That's probably higher than Killian can block.
Nah.
So yeah, the sword comes in.
Oof.
Oh,
7.
7. All right, we'll say an actual sword cut is enough to send Killian flying a little ways.
That's a second hit he's taken too.
Yeah, Killian kind of lands on the ground. You're bloodied and bruised, and you're like, all right, he's fine.
Yeah.
He
I'm
wins.
good.
I want to go extend an arm to help him up and say, I'm glad you're on our side. Do you not want to get up? Or?
No, yeah, I reach my hand over. I just like look. It
Just,
just
you're like shaking it, like thank you, and then like
it just lay there.
Just gonna rest here for a bit.
That hurt.
All right, yeah. A loud cheer erupts from the other folks that have watched the fight. They're like, Doc Elmar.
this is a good faction, Lieutenant.
He goes, Captain. But thank you.
Captain.
Again, this is somebody that you used to report to.
Yes. That was the joke.
Yes. He goes, yes, I suppose the men are in great spirits seeing you here. You seem to bring them a lot of hope.
Well, we need a lot of it these days, and we may have to rely on them more in the coming days, so I feel more comfortable seeing their aptitude.
Yes, the Killian's a little dervish, but he fights well.
Yeah, he's does he have rabies or anything?
You know, at this point, I'm too afraid to ask.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, he's
He follows orders well. He just doesn't stop.
he had death in his eyes. It just
Yes.
it didn't seem like a spar after a while.
It never does. He kind of motions over to a makeshift infirmary where a couple guys are just covered in cuts and they're like, oh.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
He wouldn't stop. I imagine Killian is just 2 small daggers and then just a bunch of lemons. Stop!
It is canon now. He has
Yeah.
lemons.
He just leaps on you with like 2 halves of a lemon and just sticks him on the wound. You're just, ah! It's just psychic damage.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
He's terrible for enemy morale.
I love that.
Well,
Alright.
we'll see where the days go, and maybe we will defend Summerbury before we leave, depending on where Rosewood is.
We'll make preparations to leave or be able to quickly.
Excellent. Thank you.
You fight well. You've come a long way.
Thank you.
Sorry we doubted you.
I appreciate that very much. It's been a long couple weeks.
That it has.
The world is a lot bigger than Summerbury.
Apparently.
Did you single tear that moment?
No.
In the arms of an angel.
If anything, there's like a shooting star in my eyes.
Okay. Jumping back. Raphael.
Yes.
What have you been up to?
I'm just sitting in the bar watching.
In disgust.
How dare you,
these
beasts?
I
Drink that foul juice.
I'm looking at Griff,
The
you know,
juice.
just wondering if I really want to be part of this team, but remembering my final goal, I kind of check myself. So I stay at a table off by myself,
Okay.
just in deep thought,
All right.
remembering
Perseus.
the goal.
Not today.
Perseus, as you wallow in your drink, you hear the sounds of some sort of loud cheering and some kind of cacophony from outside, but you're like, yeah, whatever, Elmar's probably busy. Undertow gets in touch. Something's coming.
Like a lot of things, or one big thing, or
My sister.
I don't know how to take that.
Not well.
And I'm gonna like stumble up, and I'm gonna look for Griff like in a drunken panic.
Right here.
Griff, where are you? Hello.
I'll just grab you on the side of the cheeks. Boys, he's coming.
What?
The Undertow's sister.
That he has a sister.
Oh yeah, I never told you. Come here. I'm gonna grab him and I'm gonna drag him outside and find Undertow.
Okay, we're going.
Yeah, Bones and Ruse are like, this could be the fight. Here we go. They kind of get up. Refusul, do you join or do you just observe?
I get up and actually, I say, if this goes into battle, how many points is this worth? On your little wager.
Oh, you're saying it to them?
Yes.
There they go. One? I don't know.
Okay.
Bones is kind of like, do you think she's attractive? My sister's coming. Thinking it's Percy's sister. It's like, yeah, all right. Sure, I'm sure she's lovely. It's like, as you guys kind of walk outside, Elmar, you notice at the tail end of your fight, storm clouds begin to sort of roil and rumble towards you. From off in the distance, off by the coast, but
Oh, a bit a ways away.
they're moving with supernatural speeds. Still not like, here we come, but like they're rolling in very quickly.
It's probably just Ko messing around with his stone.
It's just as the hurricane shows up.
I did a quick nature check. It didn't go well.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, yeah. As the sky darkens above you, the other recruits are like, "Oh, I guess it's gonna rain. We should go inside. To make sure the roofing is good." And they kind of head back in. Those of you who are at the bar, you're all a little drunk, with one exception.
Mm-hmm.
As you kind of stagger outside, you see this same thing. Storm clouds rolling in.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around for Undertow.
He's just sort of hovering in the plaza right outside, eyes fixed on that storm rolling in.
Long story short, he has like other siblings similar to like the stone people, but like I'm assuming serpents like him that all have people that are like me. It's pretty much what I got from it last time we spoke about it.
How drunk are you?
That's not the point right now.
5.
Probably 7. But she's coming and apparently it's not good. Do your little talk thing with Undertow. I'll explain the whole thing. Go ahead.
What is going on?
My sister is on her way.
So you do have a sister.
I have multiple.
All right. Is this a bad thing?
Yes.
Like, very bad?
Yes.
Great. How should we handle this?
With extreme violence.
All right. You seem to be a bit difficult to hit, though. I imagine she's similar.
Yes. And she has chosen her champion.
Oh, so focus on that one?
Yes.
Sounds good. It's gonna be all right.
I mean, if we could just... I'm assuming running's not a...
She will follow.
Great. This is a really bad time to quit drinking.
He said something about a champion. You his?
Well, I guess so. He chose really poorly.
Well,
I'm gonna wipe the just alcohol from my breath.
well, we're about
Summon my trident.
to find out if that's true.
So what, do we meet her halfway or we wait for her to come here?
How attached are you to this place?
Well, I mean, I could really care less, but Elmar really seems to take a look into it.
I'm gonna turn to Maya, just look at her, and be like, "Go get Elmar."
Okay. Yeah, she's kind of pacing and just crackling with electricity. And she'll just take off like a shot towards Elmar. Elmar, as you and the boys are taking the fight inside, cleaning everybody up, you see Maya just come booking it up the street towards you.
Something the matter?
She just nudges you with her head and is like, up.
All right. All
Up
right.
you go.
I'm on.
Good. And she turns around and runs back. You feel the sort of strange leathery mane on the back just kind of warp around you into a makeshift saddle to hold you tight. And she just runs.
Didn't know she was this magical.
She don't, bruh.
Yeah. As the lot of you are sort of stood outside the bar, you see the very unsure Elmar just like, oh, yes, okay, yep, no.
What is the
Right.
emergency?
Up we go. There's a good kitty.
The Undertow's sister is here, and we're about to fight her champion.
Say what now?
Yep, that's a thing. So, I think that we should either leave the city or evacuate everyone now.
Well, they're preparing to leave to go to Fola.
Well, it needs to happen now.
I'd say we try to head them off to buy them more time.
Okay.
I'll just jump on Undertow.
Okay.
Tell who you need to tell.
All right. I'll hop on my Sawsbuck
Okay.
and race over to the barracks. Explain it to the captain. Say, hey, yet another thing.
Shock it up the
Your
list.
world got a lot larger today. It's about to get a lot smaller.
We're gonna go head them off and try to keep them, but we're buying you as much time as possible. If things seem to be getting closer still, you need to leave.
We'll do.
All right. Good luck. Yeah.
Nice.
As to all the men, they're like, oh, that does look like a bad storm rolling in. Okay, I guess we're leaving. There's some concerned muttering as you leave, as they kind of corral what's left of the Summerbury folk in the middle of town. The lot of you, off in the distance. You see a shape very similar to Undertow.
Oh boy.
But where Undertow kind of slithers up and down, this thing goes side to side. It's like a sidewinder. And it's a deep emerald green.
Whoa.
As it's flying closer and closer to you, you can see lightning is sort of crackling off the side of this thing.
Have you seen this before, Perseus?
Oh, I didn't even know he existed until I woke up on the beach. I found out 2-3 nights ago that he has more of him. So no, I was not. But apparently, if I don't kill her champion, he or she kills me, and that's when I'm probably permanently gone. So wish me luck, and
Do you have to fight them alone?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Can you ask Undertow if there's any weakness?
What should I expect?
It depends who her champion is. They will know nothing of you. Use that to your advantage.
I know absolutely nothing, and neither does he.
But we can help.
Yes.
You sure?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
good. At
All
least we
right,
don't have a
then.
drunken champion.
I am the
Get in there
drunken
now.
master.
I'm gonna try to talk to Undertow and be like, are we fighting her as well?
If she chooses, then yes.
I imagine you would join in then.
Yes, but only if she joins first.
All right.
Alright, Undertale, let's get a head start. Just follow behind, and if y'all see me slacking, wouldn't mind a little help.
He's very drunk.
It's just.
Let's go!
I think we're gonna have his back.
This was not the time for this.
Guys, we're gonna have his back.
Yes, as Hoba and Bones kind of step out with Ruse. Like, sure. Why not?
it's gonna be a magical fight. And I don't mean like fun.
Oh.
Like people will fight with magic.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
Just fair warning.
Well, got me sword. Good to go.
Me too. Let's ride.
All right, off we go. As Bones just kind of like plods along behind you. He's like, I'll get there when I get there. Perseus, as you ride, you hear only this guttural, abyssal screeching from the large green serpent flying towards you. Underneath it, you see the crashing of waves and earth as a humanoid shape seems to be almost riding a plateau of raised up earth and rock and stone and rubble. And behind it, water's just shooting out and launching lightning into the skies. As this thing just kind of continues to skate ever faster and closer towards you. See, it's definitely not a person. There's no way this thing's human. It's covered in all sorts of strange cobbled together coral-like armors. It almost looks like lobster plating all around. And this horrible sea creature looking monster just continues to sort of let out this high-pitched clicking, just, and over its top you hear that horrible abyssal shriek. As far off in the barracks, all the men are kind of like, all right, let's go. We're just gonna get out of here. Elmar said we should leave, so here we go. We're gonna get out of here. Away we go.
And, look at as we're kind of because we're still riding in, I'm assuming.
That's up to you.
Yeah. Yeah, still going. You mind, I don't know if there's a way for you to make me a little bit more not drunk. That in your wheelhouse, Undertale?
You asked for it, as you immediately vomit several times.
Perfect.
Just briny water just comes spewing out of you.
Oh, that was fun the first time that happened. So that's not a person. Is this even... There's no rules to this? Is that fair?
I mean, yes, there are rules. We require a champion, but the rules don't say what it can be.
Great. Are you the runt of the litter? Did you get last pick in lineup?
I resent that question.
I'm sorry, but I'm just really nervous right now.
As am I.
Well, we got this, and I usher him to go further in.
Okay. Yeah. As you fly ever closer to these shrieking sea creatures, the large green serpent,
There's a bunch of them?
just the two. The large green sea creature and the
Lobster.
Lobster man.
as the two of them sort of swim through the land and air closer and closer towards you. You see the sort of scorch mark where Undertow exploded, the lightning stone begins to kind of glow. Ever so slightly. Almost as though it's recognizing something. as this massive green serpent stops about 100 feet away from you and Undertow.
Yeah, we'll stop as well.
Okay. You can see it's similar in structure to Undertow. It appears to be the same base creature, but it just kind of undulates side to side. And you can see just dripping from the fangs all sorts of horrible, caustic-looking acids as it just sort of sits there. The champion rides up underneath. It just sort of stands tall.
Should have stayed dead. And I pop off of Undertow, and I'll summon my trident to my side and just slam it on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, the creature stood across from you, pulls out 2 large just chunks of coral. Just goes as they kind of fold out from its weird claw hands.
Oh, now that's just cheating. Okay.
Can I use my little powers from shadow to shadow and get as close as possible to it without getting involved? But
The
maybe.
nearest shadow is that of the large green beastie.
So if I do it, I'm like right underneath them.
That is a scary thing to do.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
On account of Undertow and Perseus have sort of met them in the farmlands outside of Summerbury.
Okay.
Not a lot of cover.
All right.
I'm gonna stare at him and be like, well, come on then. Let's get this over with.
Let's roll initiative. As soon as you say, well, all right then. And the other creature just starts shrieking. Undertow and his sister both begin to glow. As for about a mile around you, the terrain just kind of swirls into this awkward abyssal dance.
What?
A lot of you are in here as well.
Thank
Oh.
God.
As the sort of clouds just begin to twist and roil. The earth itself seems to fall away all around you. Welcome to the abyss.
What? What? Whoa?
That's Undertow and his sister's first action. They are the top of the round, is to initiate this sort of spooky terrain. The creature rolled a 5, so it goes a little bit before you with your 1
Yeah.
onto a 4. As it comes shrieking and running up towards you, you can see the ground beneath it just kind of kicks up immediately, and water just sort of spurts out and more lightning crackles. As it brings these 2 large portions of coral down towards you for 2 attacks. It's a 17 and a natural 1.
Oh, man, 17 will hit.
There you go.
You hear natural and your stomach drops a
Dude,
little bit.
I got so sick for like a hot second. I was like,
Okay.
oh no.
There we go. That is maximum damage, 14 points.
Okay.
From the one that hits.
That's still
It's a
not
big
good.
hit.
That's the
but-
most it can do.
But
it's a big hit.
That's almost half my HP.
It's good to know, though.
So he's like right on me.
He is right up on you.
Just don't get crit.
Let's go
then you
for let's just trident it up.
Okay. Get a good trident hit.
Natural 1.
All right.
That's going away.
Dice jail.
12.
12. Okay. Perseus, as this thing rides up towards you, the first large chunk of coral you kind of deflect with your trident and kind of pin into the ground. As the second one strikes into you, as you try to pull your trident up the first time, it just goes. Oh no.
No.
By the time you bring it up to strike in, the creature's already ready to block for you.
Okay. Great.
Onto Undertow's sister. She does not move. But her eyes glow. And now so too do the creature's weapons. They glow this horrible caustic green. As it is now the creature's turn.
And I just look at Undertone that happens like, dude.
He goes, very well. And his eyes glow as well. A bright blue. And so too does your trident. Oh. We'll get to that in a moment.
Oh.
There come 2 attacks from the critter. Ooh, that's not bad. There's a 10 and a 17.
17 hits.
Okay. We have D10.
Maximum damage.
Plus 4 is 11 damage. Oh my god. And
You're stunned.
no, 4 paralyzed. 4 points of acid damage. Thankfully, the acid is relatively low.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think we better get in there and help him. This isn't going well.
Yeah, I'm looking like.
Yeah. All right, Perseus, it's your turn. As this creature is just kind of barreling down on you, you can feel the familiar sting of just poisonous coral.
Mhm.
As it kind of slams into your skin. You're like, this is horrible.
Yeah, this is not
Stop.
good.
Leave me be.
And with this thing at me, I'm just gonna jam my trident into it and then just lightning bolt.
I like it. Okay. Let's do,
That's
because it's cool, do an attack roll and then we'll do lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt.
Natural 19, so
Oh,
that'll
that'll-
be 25.
Yes.
Yeah.
As you kind of see a gap in the sort of large coral structure that is this thing's torso, you just jam the trident in, and the stone section of it begins to glow a bright blue again as Undertow's kind of focused with you. As you jab the trident in, go ahead and roll your damage for that.
Boy.
That'll be 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay, that's good. And then go ahead and do lightning bolt.
That
I'm going to
is
say this thing does not get a save because you are currently jabbed directly into its torso.
Okay. It's 29, 31, 32.
32. Perseus, how do you want to do this?
Whoa.
Yeah, just as I jam it in, I want to like lift him up with it and then just point to the sky and just jam it down and just lightning just through him.
Okay. Yeah, as you lift up your target and you just detonate all the coral and everything surrounding it, you see at its base, it's little more than a large shrimp. As it kind of goes and it starts to kind of skitter away as all the armor and stuff falls away. The sort of abyssal terrain remains as Undertow's sister, her eyes stop glowing. And you hear this bellowing roar of, "You always do this. You always cheat every time. You have to get involved, always." You hear Undertow go, "You started it. You came here first," and they just start screaming. It's just a sibling fight.
I'm just like holding like my wounds, like what's going on?
You brought a shrimp and you gave him armor? I did the wrong voice for that, but oh well, we're keeping it. He goes, "That's ridiculous. You brought a tiny shrimp and gave him armor. You brought a drunk. I don't care. Doesn't matter.
Oh, I resent that.
We'll get to you later, buddy."
Okay.
Unbelievable. You take the best one from that last shipwreck. You take him. I'm left with scraps. I'm stuck with this little shrimp guy. Look, he's running away right now. And it was like, that's your problem. You could have chosen better. As all of you are kind of just hearing this abyssal screeching that only Perseus understands.
This is clearly a battlefield we do not belong. These titans.
I don't understand what's happening.
I'm so confused right now. Are they gonna fight or are they just
It doesn't.
talking?
I would hate to be here if they are, but it doesn't seem that we can leave.
They seem to be just yelling at each other.
As the sibling squabble kind of goes on and on and on. Eventually, it goes, "You know what? Whatever. I'll see you in like 3 weeks. I'm gonna go find a better one than yours. I'll sink another ship. I don't care. I'll sink one. I'll get a better drunk than yours, and we'll fight again." Undertow's like, "Yep." It's like, "You're just mad because your guy sucks." She's like, "Unbelievable!" As this massive green titan of a serpent turns around immediately, and the sort of abyssal field falls away around you. As this large snake just slithers off angrily, Undertow sort of looks to you and goes, "Great job."
Well,
Hold on 1 minute. Dude, really all that for that? Like, you...
It's very important.
How? This is why I drink. This is why I do it. I don't understand anything. I don't get this. I'm just a pawn in this giant game of yours. It's not you, it's me. It really is.
You're mad. I get that. It's common after your first win.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I should expect more of that?
Probably.
Great.
Good job.
Thanks, man. I'm gonna walk back towards Summerberry. I don't even get on Undertow.
Yeah, Undertow's just like, you're upset. You need time. I understand.
I don't understand what just happened, but that was a good battle. I'm very impressed with your fighting skills.
Thanks.
Undertow's just like,
I don't fully understand at all. I don't even semi-understand.
I have no clue what just happened.
But
There's a lot of intensity for very little substance.
yes, the town was evacuating. This just seems like a lot of alarm bells for. I was expecting from what we heard from what she said from Undertow that this was like a big deal.
Yeah, he really made it seem like it was going to be a lot more.
Well, I think Perseus would say it was a lot more. He's a little more beat up than
Yeah,
we
I'm
are.
like limping back, holding like my limbs. I'm like,
I don't. Perseus, can you explain to me why the other creature just turned around and left without a fight? It
Finding
looked like a
another
fight was
champion.
about to happen.
finding another champion, doing a thing, probably gonna sink another ship, fight again. I gotta do that with all the other siblings. It's gonna be a great time. You know, I got all this stone BS to worry about on top of whatever he's got going on in his personal life. And I'm just this big old. You know, I'm not mad.
I have
I'm not-
no idea what just happened. Can you
Serenity
guys
now.
explain this to me?
Serenity now.
I know I'm new here,
Serenity
but
now.
what did any of that mean?
This honestly is starting to seem like it's just a game. And it's not actually important.
So,
There has been a lot happening, but I will say we all have encountered the hot dad, and we know what he's capable of, and I multiple times have been near death from him and have seen what he's done to towns. That is no game.
Well, that's not, but
Yeah.
this is not the same thing.
and with that going on, I don't think we have time for games. Like, if Hot Dad wanders in now, we've got a wounded man here.
What is this?
It's a long story.
But like, you made it seem like it was going to be like bad.
Well, if we lost, yes.
But like,
Perseus would have been killed.
okay, that's terrible.
Yes.
But like, is that it? Because he beat her thing and she just left.
Yes.
So like, you guys just do this.
We do.
What's the what's his ultimate goal?
Yeah, how does it end?
We believe that when one of us has a champion that can defeat all the others, we can reclaim what we lost.
So you've just been doing this for how long?
Centuries.
Yes. All right. Well, what did you lose?
Thank you.
That's the long part of the story. She's not really my sister. Closer to another fragment of the same personality.
Of your personality.
Our. Hers is impulse.
Right. So you've been separated.
Yes. If we were to reform into what we once were, only one aspect would remain in control.
Would that be Percy?
No.
Okay.
If we were to reclaim what we lost, we would have no need for champions.
Right. I just thought maybe that meant that since you're kind of like a ghost, you'd would just be in him?
No.
That would be
No.
weird.
The powers would remain if he survived, but he would be free of his bond.
Interesting. All right. It's not quite a game, but very interesting.
But maybe a ruse.
Ruse
your
is still
bones go,
inside of me.
Air 5 to bones.
I just shake my head.
Well, then, that clears up that alarm bell.
We should probably let them know that they have a couple days to evacuate now instead of running out.
Yes, they can gather the supplies properly.
What was our plan from this point?
Well, they're very okay with relocating to Fola, so we don't necessarily need to wait around. I fear the deals that Lord Rosewood
Les Radwi.
Lord Rosewood is making for the town itself might not be the best thing, but if it brings people in and they rebuild, great. If not, and it's something we have to take later, then that's another tale. But I'd rather
Just a city of dead people.
live to see another day and have the city intact and reclaim it. If we want to move on to find those furnaces to save the Steel Sister, I'm open. I'm down to do either.
All right.
What do you lads think?
I think this is the first I've heard of either option. So
Well, you have to be back here in 2 weeks.
yes, a little less than 2 weeks now.
You think there's time?
I think we need a clue, but we can also teleport to where where Hoshkron was. Maybe they had regrouped and we can see if they're close or on their way. And we can give it maybe a week. And if they don't show, or we don't get any clues on where they are, we come back.
Well, I'm all for doing anything that improves our situation with Hot Dad. Anything that makes us stronger.
Should we first maybe check in with Lavernia?
We can, but I think that she is better independent and has her own plans regardless of what we do.
You're not wrong. Okay, so teleport then.
If that's what we want to do, I'm
Well, I don't think we should just wait for 2 weeks.
okay. I mean, if we were to wait here, I would probably try to investigate where Lord Rosewood is around these parts. It wouldn't just be idle hands for sure, but it's just what objective we're trying to fulfill first.
Obviously, we can't let the Steel Sister die.
Correct.
So maybe that
We'll teleport.
might be smart.
Okay. Because unless I've missed something and we have any other leads on where they might be.
I honestly don't remember. So, your guess is as good as mine.
Do you have any leads on where Hot Dad and his forces are?
No, not yet. I'm hoping to have leads in 2 weeks
Ah.
when we return. But I've been with you guys since I separated from my clan.
Where are the Publics again?
They were in the grasslands near Lahana. Correct?
I think they were on the way there, yes.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. Maybe we should... That could
Check
be
on them.
Another option as well because of the stone, remember,
Yeah.
information.
Maybe they've seen Pollen as well.
Could be. Maybe that's where he is.
Maybe. That might be worth looking into. Let's catch up with Perseus and see how he feels given the recent developments.
I think we're gonna need to give Perseus a day to rest up here. I know he seems okay, but it looks like he took some serious damage there.
I'm sure he's fine physically.
Yeah,
I've seen him take worse.
You know him better than I do.
All right, we'll try to catch up with him.
How fast are you hobbling?
I'm as like angry, like kind of just fed up with everything kind of hobble, so probably pretty fast, and I'm probably losing more blood because I'm walking so fast, but I don't even care.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just gonna kind of make my way to the tavern, and I'll begin to pour myself like a tall shot,
Okay.
and kind of just look at it, and toss it to the side, and toss the glass, and then just kind of just sit there, just my head at the tabletop.
Okay. Yes, as the lot of you make your way to follow, you see Perseus kind of staggering back into town. It's fairly easy to guess where he might go.
We'll follow.
Okay.
Let's head to the pub.
Yes,
The puppets.
Undertow very, very slowly kind of like slithers back towards town and then just sort of disappears.
Well, some awkward drama between them, but should get Perseus's opinion. Since I can't speak with Undertow.
I'd love to get more information on what just happened.
Definitely strange, to say the least. Something about them being separated, but the same. And they do this to try to get back together. There's not really a game, but kind of.
To get back together.
Yes, like they're not. She wasn't actually like his sister. It's more of like part of him.
Interesting. Kind of like how the children are a part of the Mother Mountain. Do I understand that correctly?
It seems similar. Yes. I don't know how it's working or who did it, but
Huh.
that's what it sounds like. Yes.
So is Perseus one to battle all of the other parts of that self?
He did say that was kind of the point. The showdown is if they can find one person that can defeat all of the other champions, then maybe they can, I don't know, put him back together.
Did you see the little tiny shrimp creature that came out? And that was that one's champion, and it inflicted that much damage? That
Definitely looked a lot stronger when it was fighting.
We've definitely seen a lot of crazy creatures recently. Animals have been gaining tremendous power.
Wow.
Yep.
Better check on Perseus.
Okay. We'll walk in the tavern.
Yeah, he's head down. There's a shattered glass of some degree of alcohol on the floor.
Hey, friend.
What's going on, Elma?
Hate to kind of jump in on this, but we're discussing next steps, and we'd like you to be involved.
Joe, let's hear what everyone's got.
Okay. Griff, would you like to give him the rundown?
Yeah, so either we go to where we met Hoshkron, and assuming that Hot Dad continued his plan and went there to try to break down the furnaces, or maybe we could go to the Publics and hopefully Pollen is there. We could learn more about that stone. Or I don't really remember. We could stay here, check in on Lavernia. The first two options seem like the strongest, though.
Yeah, I don't think sitting around makes
There was-
sense.
Sitting around with just open targets and not making progression towards anything. And if Poland is with these publics, he can find us easily, so I don't think that's where he is. I mean, it's not too far of a jaunt from Summerberry to there, or to even the Hana. I say we take the fight to Hot Dad.
Okay. Well, we can head over there, see if he's there, or find any clues on perhaps where they've gone, or if they're not there yet, and go from there.
Well, if he has the army he had last time I saw him, I don't think our numbers are great enough to be taking on Hot Dad right now.
I don't even know if our numbers are great enough just to take him on alone.
Here's how I see it. I either die fighting this man, or I die fighting one of those BS champions. Either way, my number's coming up sometime soon. So, I'm in it for the long haul. Following you guys.
Rather grim, but I love your commitment.
I would rather go into fight with Hot Dad with Percy than without him.
Do we want to take any men with us from Summerberry, or are we confident in our small group and they can escort the people in full?
If we're going to find his encampment and try to destroy the furnaces, I think it might be smarter to travel small, so we can be quiet.
I have my small group I could bring along.
And
But that's up to you.
the best fighter is a little out of control and could cause some problems. So I don't think he should be joining our group. He's a little rabid.
Well, it seems as though Bones is keen on winning a bet, so I'm sure we'll gain a number there. And, well, would you guys like the rest of the day to prepare, or are we ready to depart?
Let's just go now.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You look like you should rust up a little bit.
I can rest up on the way. I'll find my bird. And I'm gonna kind of hobble out and listen for the calls.
Oh yes, there's a very peculiar looking bush just across the way. It
What?
can't quite hide all the beaks.
Oi, little man. You ready to go? Toss him some food.
They squabble over the bill.
Well, should we teleport?
Oh, we forgot we can do that.
Friend circle?
What? What's teleport?
Just stand there.
You ready for some magic, my friend?
Okay, I'm in.
All right.
I'm
Are
gonna.
you bringing any of your current followers with you? E.g. Bones, Hoba, and Ruse.
Yes.
I'd like to bring Ruse.
I want Hoba to be there.
Okay.
I'll bring Bones.
Can I bring my people?
I
Yeah.
don't know why you're looking at me.
Yeah.
Bring who you
I,
want, bro.
I do believe they were in Fola.
I thought they came
Am
along
I
with.
not? Am I confused?
I said we were heading towards Summerberry and we were gonna
Okay.
use
Yeah,
them
that's
to
right.
bring
I
them
figured
back.
they were gonna come back.
coming in.
Yeah.
I will say that yes, they are there.
Oh no, wait, because we were gonna use them as like protection to bring them back.
That's right.
Yes, they were,
But-
they were meant to be an
was.
escort, but
That's what it
we'll say
was.
that they are in Summerbury if you wanted to go grab them.
But I've tested their might. I feel confident that the irregulars can escort if you'd like to bring them.
I'm gonna go find my drunken idiots.
Okay.
That's not their title, but
Okay. Yes, they're at a different bar, a little ways uptown.
Uptown.
It's classier.
They're on stop 2 of
Yeah.
7.
They're in. Yeah, they're
It's
doing
9
a pub
a.m.
crawl.
It's
They're like,
classy
yeah!
uptown.
You hear the telltale sounds of a raucous party of 3 as they're sort of sat at a table pouring each other shots.
Oi,
It's the boss. He's here.
you all ready to go?
Yeah, where are we going?
We're gonna head that direction.
All right. Cool.
Good.
Woo! Boss is here. Everybody's feeling great.
Shut up. And I'm gonna just like, and just make my way back to everybody else.
Can these
All right.
All right.
Off we go. Boss is here. And they're kind of high-fiving.
But yeah, I'll call them my Oceaneers.
Yes, the Oceaneers. Like it.
Yes, and that is from
Aurelio.
yes, Aurelio off the YouTube comments. So thank you.
Oceaneers.
The Oceaneers.
Here they come.
I hope they don't get corrupted and privatize.
Oh,
become
man.
the privateers.
Gosh, that'd be awkward.
It would be.
Everybody starts somewhere, man.
Percy's angry.
All right, well, are we ready to begin this teleportation? Are you ready?
I have no idea. How am I gonna feel when I get there?
Boss is gonna teleport. Oh, yeah.
All right,
I'm gonna
these
take
guys.
the
what-
butt of my trident, just slam it in the back of his head and be like,
What should I expect?
Oof.
To not be here anymore?
It's gonna be fine.
Ready?
I'm gonna make sure Undertow's with us though.
Okay. Yeah, he's there. He's like,
I'm gonna just
Amenadiel's with me too, by the way. He knows
it is assumed.
We took the time to gather our people.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Like
Go
Go is on Benjamin Sprout.
I just don't
We're
want to be
good.
in a battle and find out that I didn't bring him.
Oh yeah,
so
you should
Amenadiel's-
say it. So he's
Amenadiel's doing the John Travolta gif, like around the town.
through the powers of ethereal disposition. Which to you, Raphael, this is first time flyers. Buckle up.
I'm a little afraid.
Once again, the world around you kind of begins to blur, and you feel like you're spinning. To describe it in the simplest way that will get it across, I think the most effectively. Imagine the Bifrost, right? You're
Yeah.
going through space
Mhm.
like crazy. There's lights and all kinds of stuff all around you, but outside of this little beam that you're in is pitch black. It's just darkness. There's no sound. Even if you were to try to speak right now, there's nothing. As you're immediately deposited,
That's fine.
you're headed to the pseudo-Xantha?
Yeah.
Okay. You were deposited immediately in the harsh and unforgiving deserts. Similar to the camp where you and Amenadiel sent your message. Similar regions.
Okay.
As you're deposited here, everybody who's traveled before is like, man, that's so weird. The Oceaneers immediately vomit. They're like, oh. That was crazy.
Well, you didn't puke.
That's a first for me, and that doesn't happen very often anymore.
Well, if I've learned anything over the last couple weeks is that there will be many more first experiences with magic in your near future. Plus whatever you have for me that I'll experience for the first time. So really it's anybody's game.
He really likes magic.
It's a nice trick.
I thought it would be very similar to your shadow thing.
You know, mine's kind of an instantaneous, I see it and I'm there. Like, if you can, to explain it properly, if you can see it, for me, if I can see a shadow, I'm just there. It's just instant. There wasn't that delay in the lights and all the other things. It's just what I see.
Sorry, our rudimentary teleportation wasn't first class.
Well, mine goes 50 yards. Yours
Yes.
goes.
Per your
I don't even know how
recollection,
many miles.
You've moved approximately in about 2 seconds as far as it took you to go in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, so I'm definitely not comparing. Mine would be very elementary compared to this.
Yes. Even Bones is like, how strong were those shots?
It's all good.
We had
It's like really warm out though.
we had a strong tailwind, Bones, a very strong tailwind.
All right. I'm gonna choose to believe that.
Well, any immediate signs of encampment of Hot
You're
Dad?
immediately surrounded by $2.6 billion. No.
Perseus was 6 HP. Let's get this bread.
I have
Tidal wave.
I have a question.
How many do I kill?
If let's just say we were ambushed, we thought we were in a battle we could win, and we looked up, and all of a sudden there's thousands of them, and we have no chance. Can we use this teleportation to go somewhere else and just get away quickly?
It takes a bit of thought, but I don't see why
Never
not.
tried
Like
it.
how long? That took a few seconds. So I mean, that is kind of a nice little security blanket.
Yep.
Definitely not against giving it a shot if that specific opportunity ever arose.
Just good
Hope
to
it doesn't. Knock on metal.
Good to know, though, if we are outsmarted and outflanked, that we have an exit plan.
Like you are now, 2.6 billion attacks coming in.
The dogs come from the void.
They follow you through the teleportation.
Here they
sir.
are now. They could smell you.
May I offer you a nice egg in this trying time? But no, Joel, to answer your original question, you do see no signs of recent activity from Hot Dad or his forces.
Okay.
Though, again, it's only been a few days since you guys teleported, and this is a several-week journey that you're talking about, like legions of troops making.
Correct.
So if they were to head this way, you would have many weeks.
Oh. Well, I didn't have that knowledge 30 seconds ago, but
You have it now.
I do. So, well, gang, I don't see them near here or scanning the horizon. It doesn't seem as though they are near at all.
How long did it take us to get here? Not just now, the first time.
I don't remember. A couple days. We went to Lahana first, saw the Publics, then we went up to Fola, then we journeyed towards Fola,
Yeah,
right?
there was a blitzing of several days.
Yeah.
Of
5
travel.
days, and then it was 2 weeks from Lahana to here. So what, 3 weeks,
So
roughly?
perhaps
Approximately.
it
Yeah.
may be worth asking Hoshkron, telling him of what you saw with the Steel Sister, and maybe he's able to sense or give us an idea of how close or where those furnaces are.
Or maybe we should just go to Lahana because it's on the way. They could just be moving slowly.
It's true, but I mean, before we leave,
Right,
because we're here.
right.
Otherwise, we came here for nothing.
True.
It certainly seems like that to me.
But we can teleport, so does it really matter?
But it was 2 minutes out of my day, so
I mean, not really, but if he has information, because we need a lead. Because if that group's coming here and they don't have the furnaces and they went another direction, then we waste a lot of time.
So what am I doing?
We'll talk to Hoshkron, tell him what you saw and communicated with the Steel Sister, and see if he has any idea of where those furnaces are, perhaps other shards or something to get us on the right track.
I thought Hoshkron was a girl.
No, that was I don't know Hoshkron's gender. I'm sorry, I assumed, but the spooky lamp was definitely,
Of course, I remember Alexis.
yeah. All right, well, you lead the way. Clearly, you know more of these dealings than I.
I don't remember what I'm supposed to tell her though. Like, just talk about the Steel Sister. Just like, that's a thing.
All right, we need information on where to go that doesn't involve us having to do a favor in return.
Right, but why is Hoshkron gonna know this?
Why would he not?
I don't know.
who is Hoshka?
Hey. Do you know anything about the metal?
Oh, are we just in there?
For the record, you're not just sort of in the chamber.
No,
with
I know
them.
that. Are
But
we?
yes.
You're saying talk to the metal thing about it? I thought you were saying talk to Hoshkron about it.
Yes, you're not like next
No, I
to
know.
him. You're in the plateau above.
No, I know.
So you would need to.
I know.
Okay.
But I meant I thought you were saying I should talk to Hoshkron about this. And
Yeah.
like, that's,
You got to go down.
I'm confused now. Because I got names mixed up.
Oh,
You're
I
the
understand the
Gruntonga, aren't
problem.
you?
Yep. That's what it was. Sorry.
Gruntonga is the large six-legged
I know.
rhinoceros.
I
Made
thought
of
that
steel.
that's who that was. I was wrong with the names.
gotcha.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
We're on the
Caught
same
up.
page now?
Yep, that's why I was so
Caught up.
confused
Got
about
there.
the whole thing. That's
Took
why
us
I
a
wasn't
minute.
making
I was
any
like,
sense
this is
to
a
me
lot of
at all.
pushback. I'm so
You're like,
curious.
why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Because I'm just wrong information in my brain. Sorry. And with that, I'm just going to fall into the floor.
She's right here. Like, Griff, what are you talking about?
Bye.
He's like,
Griff,
Just messing with you.
Griff, make a history check. As you're sinking into the floor.
This is not the right floor to sink into.
Oh, God.
Have fun choking on sand.
8.
8. Your mind is filled with the vague idea of large steel ants. And how it's great to not get in their way. As you start to sink into what is basically a massive anthill.
I forgot about that, too. It's not the room. I have to go through the tunnels.
Uh-huh.
Is you're like shin deep in the earth. You're like
No. Mistake.
oops.
Mistake.
didn't Hoba lead us last time?
Yeah, Hoba.
The ants. I
Yes.
forgot
Yeah.
about the ants.
Hoba and Co. will provide safe passage.
Boba will kind of pat you on the shoulder and say, "Stay close on this one. And mind your steps."
Don't get eaten.
Don't touch the ants.
Great.
And I
Okay.
look at my 3 drunken idiots. That goes for you too. Those things will carry you off and you'll never be seen again. You know, just wait here.
They can watch the cart.
Yeah, they're like
All right.
cart watchers. Nobody's
Do
coming.
they have weapons on them?
No more than the average
Yeah.
man on the street. They have like probably like a
A
club
bike
or
lock.
something.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, at
One
least
of
they
them
have
has a
something.
U-lock. Bang! Yeah, Hoba and Co will lead anybody who's going down below, which I'm assuming is just the core 4
Squad.
and maybe your partners.
Nah, Undertow will watch my bird.
can't.
The ants are very excited to see Ko again. And they look at Refusul a little sideways and just continue on their paths. To your eyes, they just seem to be very, very large metallic ants. Hard at work. They're just keeping at their business. They don't seem to be messing with anything.
Okay.
But they follow a very clear and strict path.
All right.
And a few times you'll kind of just be watching and Hoba or Ko will kind of like hold you back as an ant will sort of scurry across the way.
Can I talk while we do this? While we walk down the
Yeah.
Perseus? There's been a lot of talk lately about picking champions and all that fun stuff. Didn't we once hear that Hot Dad is a champion himself, chosen by someone? Is this of any relation?
I don't know.
Can we ask Undertow?
I'm gonna let him do his thing for now.
Because that's concerning on one end, but when the roads cross, if you must battle him, we will, of course, be at your side, but that will be a formidable duel.
If it is, I plan on ripping a spine out of his back, so that'll be fun.
Acne guy.
All right. Well, food for thought.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys sort of traverse the ant created underworld here, as you head your way down, you see the familiar large stone cave and a little lamplight. Shudo goes, "Oh my god!" We'll see you guys next week. As Perseus grapples with the gravity of his situation, our heroes have returned to the chambers of an old friend for guidance. If you enjoyed this episode of Ragnarok, consider leaving a like on the video. If you'd like to see more content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. If you'd like to support us directly, feel free to check out the links in the description box below. You can join the discussions in our Discord server and check out the post-show still rolling through Patreon. There's also a link if you'd like to rock some boarding party merch. Show your support for Perseus in the comments below. And thank you for watching Ragnarok. We'll catch you next week.